Hey lovelies, it's Anne coming to you live to do this training about 3 hours late, or at least 2.5. Just one sec. If you are free to join me, hop on and say hello. You can always catch the replay if you are watching the replay, hashtag replay to let me know so I can say thank you. I would also love to know whether you are new to my world or if you've been following me for a while. This is a very kind of this group keeps growing, so I'd love to know. Because regardless of what type of coach, consultant, or service provider you are, today's training is going to be super helpful because there's certain types of content that is designed to help you to really accelerate your authority, right? Which is what's essential in order to sell those sort of 20K, 10K, 20K plus, those high ticket offers, and to be able to do that without even hopping on a sales call, and to attract the clients who are really ready to invest in your services. So before I get into the training, let me just super quickly introduce myself to those of you who are new to my world. My name is Anne Ryan. I'm a business mentor and a money mindset coach, and I help my clients who are coaches and consultants and course creators actually to package and position their value into a high ticket offer so good that you can earn more, work less, and still have a whole lot of impact, right? And I help with implementing systems to allow you to earn multiple six figures working less than 4 hours most days. Now, a quick pitch on Monday, the 17th of June in Australia. For some of you in the Northern Hemisphere, it may still be 16th of June in the USA. We're starting a 4-week mid-year cash injection sprint, right? It's a small intimate group of women, and it's going to be highly strategic, intensive to build more momentum in 1 month. This is the goal that I've set for this sprint, to make more momentum in 1 month than you have all year. So if you'd like to find out more, it is currently on pre-sale for just $997. And I have shared so many testimonials inside of my world of clients who've made incredible results in just 30 days, right? Which is why I'm running this now as well. And they've had 10K, 30K, 50K, and even 100K months in their first 30 days of working with me. So that could be you. Hashtag support or send me a DM to find out more. All right, let's now dive into the different types of high converting content that will transform your business and attract incredible buyers, right? Now, the first thing is to create content that positions you as an authority, as an expert in your field. The number one mistake I see coaches make is creating content that solely focuses on the features and benefits of their services. Now, this may feel counterintuitive because I know everyone talk about the features and the benefits of your offer. This is great, but what you're saying is likely to fall on deaf ears because you haven't yet shown these people who are checking out your social media, who are checking out your content, that you are an authority that's worth listening to, right? All content that's created to convert clients must start by addressing your authority. And this does not mean sharing your credentials either, right? Or what certifications you have, but really about getting more opinionated about why people in your audience don't have what it is that they want, the solution that you provide, and why they don't have it. And really help them to shift their beliefs. And if you don't have clients yet, you can still get opinionated, right? And what I'm referring to isn't necessarily polarizing content either, right? Because I know there's been a big trend in the past of just sort of writing polarizing content, and that's not what this is about. Yeah. But this is about like boldly telling them that what they must focus on instead of what it is that they're doing right now. Yeah. So before any investment can be made, prospects need to understand why you are the authority. So this is really like, there's nothing more important than this. And I'm going to go on and talk about how you can achieve this in so many different ways through your content. But this is really, really important. And with that being said, this is only possible if you actually understand your audience, right? And understand their current beliefs, because how these beliefs and how these beliefs are actually kind of stopping them from growing or achieving what it is that they desire. Yeah. Do you know what beliefs your clients have, and that they can that you can help them to shift through your content? Basically, you cannot convert prospects into clients without positioning your authority, right? And challenging them on their beliefs and really inspiring them to adopt a new way of thinking. Yeah. So I'm going to share a specific example here. For example, imagine you're a relationship coach, yeah, and your potential clients are struggling to find love, yeah, relationship coach. You can create content that addresses their current beliefs about what they are looking for or how they're looking for it, right? So, for example, they might think that they need to be on dating apps, or they might think that they need to go on hundreds of dates and kiss lots of frogs before they meet their prince, whatever it might be. Yeah. Your content has to call out this belief as being wrong. Yeah. And inspire them to adapt a new way of thinking or behaving. And perhaps your solution starts with, self-love. Yeah. So this is not about selling self-love, because that's not what they want. They want to find love. Yeah. But what you're doing here is basically saying to them that what they're focusing on is the wrong thing. It's not about dating apps. Yeah. To find their dream love of their life, they're not going to find them on dating apps, but this is the thing that they need to do. Perhaps you offer some sophisticated matchmaking service that you can suggest instead, or perhaps you run retreats for singles. Yeah. Either way, you're kind of telling them that one way that they might be looking for love is the reason they haven't found the right person, and there is a better way. Yeah. And show how changing their beliefs actually can lead them to significant improvements in their love life. Yeah. Now, this leads me to a second type of content, which is creating content that tells transformational stories, right? Whether it's your stories, whether it's your client stories, it explains and shares a transformational story. Yeah. People need more than hard facts and data to move, to make a decision to move, because stories really sell. Yeah. And if someone is really curious and is on the fence, this can be the difference between them choosing you or choosing somebody else. And you need relevant stories, right? That really show that you understand their passion. This is not about some random, when I was 2, I did this and then I did that story. This is relevant to your work, to what it is that you do, the transformational experience that you had, the transformational journey that your clients have been on, that kind of thing, and to show them that you've also been there, your clients have been there, that you understand their passions, their goals, their challenges, their frustrations, all those sorts of things, right? And your brand needs to really engage potential clients in a way that really humanizes you, so they can actually resonate with you as well, right? So, whilst I've talked about being the authority, this is kind of still being an authority, but also kind of demonstrating that you've also experienced particular challenges. And if you haven't, then that your clients have. Yeah. And this isn't just about selling your product, right? This is about sharing the journey, right? Stories that your audience can really, really connect to. Yeah. You can tell stories about, how you've evolved as a person or as an entrepreneur too. So this type of content not only lets people see kind of the face behind the brand, yeah, not just the authority, but the human that's behind the brand, and they feel that sense of relatability as well, right? Because you show them that you really understand their current reality. Yeah. Your content can help you build that. This type of kind of transformational content can really, really help with that know, like, and trust factor as well of your brand. Yeah. And you don't have to share things that are super private. This is not about some big vulnerable share just to get likes and loves and whatever. This is, about showing a level of transparency about your beliefs, about your values, about your journey, about, your clients' transformations and that kind of thing, so that people see a little bit more of the behind the scenes. Yeah. So again, I'll give you an example. If you're a business coach, let's say, I'm going to try and use some different examples. Think of your coaching brand as kind of a success story in the making. Yeah. Because we're all on this journey. Yeah. I've certainly not reached the peak of my career or my business, And so share stories along the way. Share stories of your entrepreneurial journey, highlighting the challenges that you've experienced, but also the major wins that you've had, right? So are you doing this? Do you share about the journey, the transformation, whether it's yours or your clients? Do you portray an image of someone who's just perfect or someone who's relatable? Yeah. It's important to make some of these stories really relevant to your audience's situation. Yeah. Your audience should not only just sort of see this authority, the face, of the business, but also feel that sense of connection with you, because you're sharing a bit more of behind the scenes. Yeah. So by sharing your personal and professional growth, you connect with them at a much deeper level, and some stories can really help to inspire prospects too, right? And to really expand their thinking of what's possible. And it's that balance, right? It's that balance of aspirational and also relatable content that results in high ticket sales, in the 10K, 20K sales, right? Our content does most of the heavy lifting. That's the thing. Yeah, I don't get on sales calls anymore. So I'm really kind of creating content that does all of the selling for me. Yeah. All right, moving on. There is a third type of content, and that is creating content that, celebrates your client's success, your successes. Have you successfully helped clients to get results using your process or methodology? If you have, then you need to be shouting this out from the rooftops. Yeah. And this is not just bragging. This is absolutely essential for business. It's social proof. Yeah. And if you don't have that yet, it's okay. You can still, share about your own results, for example. It's acknowledging the fact that potential clients have to, have to trust you and your high-end offers, right? Research has shown, there's so much research that has shown that online reviews absolutely influence purchasing decisions, especially in the high-end space. Yeah. So to address hesitation about investing, amazing case studies of people who've experienced the transformation that your clients want to experience is just absolutely priceless. Yeah. So do you celebrate your clients' wins regularly? Do you display them prominently? You can't depend on how awesome you are or how unique your service is alone, right? Which is where we've talked about. So this all compounds and on each other, right? So we've talked about the authority content, we've talked about the more transformational content, the storytelling, and now on top of this is this kind of social proof, the celebrations. Your potential clients are considering several options in their mind, right? And they're debating who to work with to get their desired results. Let's face it, there is more than one of us on the internet, There is competition. So it's about sharing and displaying your successes, your clients' successes, and that could be the thing that convinces them to not only that you have what it takes, but that you are the right person for them. So for example, in the health coaching space, before and after, in whether it's weight loss or that kind of thing, can be incredibly effective. Sharing client stories and transformations that of what their life looked like before and after, they can be incredibly effective. And this is the reason I interview my clients and I share case studies and I share testimonials, right? Because it's social proof that what I do works. So you may have seen just yesterday or the day before, I shared that, Fiona made her return on investment in just 2 weeks. She made $28,000 in 2 weeks and then went on to make $60,000 in her first launch 30 days later. A couple of weeks ago, I interviewed the incredible Amber, and she made $60,000 in her first month. Now, it's all very strategic. I'm celebrating them, and equally I'm demonstrating that I have the skills, I have the experience, I have the social proof. So I love it, and it's a win-win often, right? Because it shows that my clients are also doing incredible things, especially because I'm working in the coaching space. It proves that I have a method that works. All right, moving on. I am going to whiz through this because I've been doing a lot of talking this morning. Creating content that documents your process. Again, it's not enough to display, that you've got amazing clients. It's not enough to just share transformational stories. It's not enough just to position your authority, but to also talk about your method, about the step-by-steps of what it is that you do to get particular results, right? This is the thing. You've got to link it to the results. So your client successes alone will not make your prospects shift into believers, right? Because people will think, oh yeah, it's easy for them, but it may not work for me. People are skeptical. That's the thing. And what you need to do is show that you actually know what you're talking about and create content that walks prospects through your methodology, your process, your step-by-step. And personally, I say don't hold back. Don't hold anything back, like I'm doing in this training. Like, teach, like genuinely teach, genuinely share value. Yeah. Teach like you're being paid. Because the idea here is to plant the seed that you have the keys to helping your prospects to get a particular solution and to get there faster, right? So you may be hesitant about teaching your process, thinking, what if, it gives too much away and people won't end up actually investing? It's never been an issue, right? There's so much free information on the internet. Yeah. If people were going to do it themselves, they're going to do it themselves. But they don't. They need the support. They need the accountability. They need the feedback. They need to go deeper with the information and apply it to their own specific circumstances, right? So don't be afraid. As a business coach, I think of my coaching process as a roadmap to take my clients' success. So I create content like this training, for example, that walks prospects through my methodology, the different types of content that I share. Yeah, this is a great example of it. And I don't hold back. I teach like I would say to my clients, come and watch this free training on the different types of content. Yeah. And sure, we can take it deeper. I can take it deeper with my clients because I can give them specific examples for their specific scenario, which I'm not able to do. I can talk about some generic examples in this training, but when it comes to the specifics, that's when, I can take it that one step further. But if anyone's watching this now and you have any questions about how you can apply any of this to your specific situation, I am absolutely happy to answer any questions you may have too. Yeah. So by sharing my method, I demonstrate my expertise, my authority, and I provide proof that I have the keys, I have the solution, I have the answers to the problem, right? And I know how to, using this training as an example, I know how to create training that results in high ticket sales without even needing to get on a sales call. Yeah. Moving on. Finally, let me talk about creating content that directly sells. This is super important too. This is the final thing I'm going to mention, right? This is where ultimately all your work leads to. You're in business. You're in business to make money. Yeah. You're in business to make a difference. You're in business to have an impact. You're in business to help people to solve their problems. So if you're not selling, then you're leaving money on the table. You're doing your potential clients a disservice, right? Whilst you may have worked extremely hard to position yourself as the authority, converting prospects into paying clients won't happen if you don't actually ask for the sale, if you don't actually sell what it is that you have. Yeah. And selling should feel really natural. Yeah. It should not be seen as a way to trick somebody into making a decision or buying something that they don't need. Yeah. We're solving problems. Yeah. Coaches, consultants, course creators, we are here, service-based entrepreneurs, we're here to solve a problem. Yeah. You've already provided value by creating content that displays, your relatability, your authority, your expertise. You've bridged the gap between being a stranger and someone they actually trust. You've shared stories of your clients, their successes, your own transformations. Yeah. So now it's time to actually ask for the sale. Yeah. Super important. So, like often I speak to women and they'll be like, oh, I'm just not making as many sales as I would like. And I'd be like, okay, let's just have a quick look at your content. And I'm like, where are you selling? I can't see you actually selling anything. And they're like, oh yeah, well, people are not telepathic, right? So your content can do most of the selling for you. And if you have the right combination of messages, you can create a pipeline of prospects who are willing and able to invest in your high ticket offers. And if you do this well, you likely won't even need a sales call, which has been the case for me. So it's about getting people to take that one step. Yeah. Comment below, send me a DM, book a call, whatever it is, the one step that you want them to do, click on the link. Like, you've got to ask them to do it. Yeah. And you've got to sell unapologetically, because that's what we're here for. We're running a business. We're here to have impact. We can't have impact if we don't sell. Yeah. So how often are you creating content where you are directly asking prospects to become clients? Let me know. I'm certainly doing it way more than I used to in the early days of my own business, because I also had this belief that, oh no, you need to give more. And, there are so many different schools of thought around, selling too much and not selling enough and, giving more value and all the things, right? And it is a balancing act. It is. But ultimately, we have to sell. And I highly recommend you do a review of your own content and scroll back to the last 10 pieces of content and assess them against these 5 kind of types of content that I've suggested and see if anything's missing. So just to summarize, the 5 sort of different types of high converting content that leads to those, high ticket sales is content where you position your authority and you help people to shift their beliefs. Yeah. Content that really captivates people's attention through transformational storytelling, whether it's your story or a client's story, to create that kind of relatability factor. Content to celebrate your clients, your wins, social proof. Content that documents your process, where you sort of step by step talk about the things that you do and why you do them and what results happen as a result of taking that particular step. Because we want to talk about the benefits too. And finally, content that actually is directly selling. Ask for the sale. These strategies are adaptable to any niche, to coaching, to consulting, to any service-based business, right? And they will help you to sell high ticket offers whilst keeping business super, super simple. If you don't want to do sales calls, get really good with your content. And this is one of the core areas we'll be focusing on during the upcoming 30-day mid-year cash injection sprint. If you want to build more momentum in 1 month than you have done so far this year, you want to get in on this, right? It is currently just $997. The price is increasing. Most of my clients make between 10K and 100K in 30 days. So $997 right now is an absolute steal. For the level of support that I'm going to be providing in this intensive, it is an absolute no-brainer, right? So if you feel called, if you've been thinking about working with me, if you want to build some momentum like you haven't done before, if you want to skyrocket your business income, get in this intensive, right? It's a sprint. This is not about hustling, but this is about taking some seriously intentional action every single day in order to build some serious momentum. I'm going to leave it at that, gorgeous ladies. Thank you for joining me. Let me know if you have any questions at all about anything that I've shared today. And if you want to want the link to join the intensive, #link or support, or send me a private message and I will be happy to share about that and all the other work that I do. Thank you for watching. Bye.